No one can stop me!
How's it going, everyone? Doc here with Eyes Wide Shot Gaming, and today we are bringing you a complete breakdown of our powerhouse Enzo build. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe to stay up to date on all of your First Descendant news, info, builds, and breakdowns, as well as many other games. With a new update right around the corner, bringing us Ultimate Freyna as a new character as well as many other goodies, we wanted to pull back and show our build of Enzo and how well he can be utilized in any situation, regardless of the fact that he is not an ultimate character quite yet. If you don't want to go through each module individually, you can pause here and take a screenshot to replicate the build, as well as do the same for the Reactor and external components.
I hate it here!
Otherwise, let's get right into the modules. Our first, our main, and our Transcendent module is the Reinforce Frontline module, which will change our third ability to spawn a frontline reinforcement device that grants a firearm attack up to allies and ourselves in range. For the sub-attack module, we again stick with kicking, but we can swap it out with whichever fits our playstyle best. The main focus on this build is to buff up our maximum health as much as possible, which plays into how well our third ability functions. So for that reason, we begin this journey with increased HP module to increase our max HP by 218.5%. We follow this up with HP amplification to further increase our max HP by 227.2%, but in turn drops our max shield by 36.5%. Next up is Increased Shield, which raises our max shield by 151.9%. The reason we want to increase our max shield is because of this next module, Overwhelming HP. This will fix our max shield at 1 and increase our max HP by 19.8% of our max shield. We are dumping everything we can into getting our max HP as high as we can. Next up is Amplification Control. This will increase the skill effect range by 51.7%, as well as raise our max shield by 36.5%. This increase again drops into our max HP. For our control module, we are running Time Distribution, not for the skill cooldown decrease of 14.3%, but again for the increase to our max HP by an additional 52.4%. Since the damage output will be coming from our Firearm, which in our case we chose the Enduring Legacy, we decided to ignore any skill power increase and have the Shot Focus module to raise our Firearm attack by 15%. This module can only be attained by combining rare cerulean modules at a 7% success rate, so stock up and start combining if you don't have it yet. To mitigate the impact any attack has on our max HP, we threw in the Increased Defense module to buff up our survivability even more with a solid 160.4% increase to our defense. Our next module is an Arc Tech, as well as one of two ultimate modules. We chose Multi-Talented. Our third ability is a singular type ability, so with this module, when using a singular active skill, all of our attribute damage is increased by 30% for 5 seconds. Since we are using the Enduring Legacy, our fire attribute damage from the weapon will be increased by 30%, adding on to our damage. And finally, our last module, a Support Tech Ultimate module, is an Iron Will. With this, when our shield is at 0%, our defense is increased by 128.3%, allowing our defense to go from 14,595 all the way to 33,276 to further mitigate any damage to our max HP. This way we can stand tall without moving much to engage in firefights. On the left-hand side of the screen, you can see our applied values, main target focus being the max HP and max shield, increased at 498.1% and 151.9% respectively. Let's move on over to our Reactor as well as our external components and tie this build together before attempting a Void Intercept battle against the Devourer. The Reactor we chose to go with is the Materialized Singularity Reactor, but since our damage comes from our Firearm and not any particular skill, we can genuinely use absolutely any Reactor, regardless of what the optimization conditions are or the skill power boost ratio is. The only thing we want is for the bottom two stats to display skill cooldown as well as skill duration, preferably both, but if you have only one of them, lean towards finding the highest skill cooldown over duration. Next up, our external components. We have a choice between running a full Annihilation set, which will increase our Firearm attack and ratio of max HP to HP lost up to 26%, but since we want an immediate output of high damage instead of watching our health constantly, we decided against it. For our first external component, our Auxiliary Power, we have the HP Support Auxiliary Power. With it, we are looking for max HP as the main stat, as well as max HP in one of the two bottom stats. We are trying to get our HP higher and higher, so if we can, seek out an HP increase or a shield increase on these stats. For our sensor, we have on the Frozen Heart sensor. This further increases our max HP, as well as our max MP and HP recovery modifier. This allows us to freely use our third ability, as well as heal a large amount when we do. For the memory, we equip the Annihilation memory. This again raises our max HP, our defense, and even our shield recovery in combat. This way, we can regain our shield back up to 1 and mitigate the first hit of a barrage very frequently, since the 1 max shield will drop without affecting our health every single time. And finally, our processor is the Slayer processor, another increase to max HP as well as an increase to our max shield. All of this put together yield our stats to sit comfortably with Firearm attack at 28,941, skill power at 11,060, defense at 14,595, max shield at 1, max HP at 27,787, and max MP at 345. So with all of this, our Firearm attack will increase by 0.0009 times our max HP, giving us a comfortable boost to our damage with every bullet. Let's take a quick look at how quickly and easily we can take down the Devourer with this build. Once the fight starts, we rush towards the Devourer, engage our third ability as soon as he spawns, and start firing away at weak points. We are able to drop the boss down rather quickly and comfortably while taking a massive barrage of hits without any worry of going down. This build solo might not destroy Void Intercept bosses as quickly as Haley, but as a non-ultimate character, we are comfortably devastating the enemy without questioning our survivability, all the while supporting our team with ammo and an increase to their damage. As always, Descendants, thank you for watching, thank you for listening, and until next time, so long.